Hugh Jackman knows who should play the next Wolverine, Keanu Reeves is probably coming back as Constantine, and the Joker is going to be in Tron 3. All maybes. What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here with your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com, and there will be no interruptions by Chris Killian this week because we have tightened security, but rest assured, when the time comes, we will strike back on the daily distraction, but you probably won't see it because the second printing saves you all of the time of watching Chris in his little bunker. We all know that on the other side of that little bunker door is an actual good writer who feeds him those jokes, which are often pretty funny. There's no way he writes those. Let's get to the news.
Alrighty then.
The top story of the week, in terms of how many of you clicked on it, because I can see that kind of thing, has been Hugh Jackman declaring the search for Wolverine is officially over. A fan took a photo of their adorable little babies in little Wolverine onesies and sent it to Hugh on Twitter, and Hugh declared, "Call off the search for a new Wolverine. Here's your errand to spare." Imagine being the younger twin and finding out you have to be the stunt double. But I guess if you're twins, you're equally famous, so it doesn't really matter. This, of course, is a lot better than my attempt to get cast as Wolverine. I swear I had the hair for it.
All right. I believe you.
That's pretty much it for Marvel, as Marvel Studios is skipping Comic-Con, continuing the absolute drought which has left Marvel fans starving for literally anything. I mean, if Kevin Feige sneezed at this point, people would love to hear about it, but hopefully not stand within 6 feet of it. Meanwhile, the directors of Avengers Endgame did a whole bunch of press in promotion of their Pizza Film School series, which is on their Agbo Films YouTube channel, saying things like they want to see Star Wars go in an entirely new direction. They think a movie with Captain America returning the Infinity Stones would be a great story to tell, but probably a movie that will never happen. And when I asked them about how long until they reunite with Robert Downey Jr. for a new project, it is clear they have plans in mind because they said, not long.
Whoop-de-doo! What does it all mean, Basil?
DC news continues to be the content which pays our bills here at Comicbook.com. DC fandom is still a month and a half away, but plenty of exciting goodness keeps dropping, like Javicia Leslie being cast as Batwoman on the CW series. She's taking the titular role which was once occupied by Ruby Rose, but won't be a recast version of Kate Kane, but instead a new character named Ryan Wilder, which is a weird name for a Bat character. It sounds more like a frat star. But I've heard great things about Javicia, and I can't wait to see what she does with the role.
This is so exciting.
And I don't mean to bury the lead, but perhaps the biggest story of the week is the fact that The Batman is getting its own spin-off series on HBO Max already. Matt Reeves, director of the Robert Pattinson movie, is going to be in charge of a Gotham PD series, which might be a version of the Gotham Central series Greg Rucka wrote once upon a time, and it is going to be like the Gotham series we had on Fox, but on steroids and connected to the Batman movie, which will operate in a cinematic universe separate from the DCEU.
Sweet.
More from DC, a Constantine movie is being made, and it might bring Keanu Reeves back into the mix. This movie is going to HBO Max exclusively and will lead up to a Justice League Dark crossover. Very exciting stuff, similar to what we saw from the Avengers and the Defenders, but it's particularly exciting to think that Keanu Reeves can just hop right into all of his old shoes and they still fit, because he's been jumping right into his old shoes, like Bill and Ted is on the way, The Matrix 4 is coming. How long until he saves a bus that can't slow down again? Whoa. On the video game front, there's a rumor going around that Microsoft is going to buy Warner Brothers games and would then have all the rights to Arkham and all DC things as exclusives. Xbox has a Series X showcase coming up, and the rumor on the street is that it's going to be pretty epic. If PlayStation has Marvel titles and Xbox has DC, which console are you going to buy? Did the console wars just become fanboy wars? The biggest news of the week for some, Tron 3 is finally in the works at Disney after years of rumors and cries for it from fans. This might give all those people looking for a Half-Life sequel a little bit of hope. At this point, anything's possible, right? But as exciting as Tron 3 might be, the word on the street is Jared Leto is supposed to star in it, so joke's on you. Get it? He was the Joker for like a minute? Okay. Finally, this week in comics, DC's #1 got top marks in a review by Comicbook.com's Connor Casey, because seeing your favorite superheroes turn zombies turns out to be a pretty good time, especially when those zombies include Superman. And Marvel teased one of its beloved characters might soon be deceased in the form of Spider-Woman #2's storyline. Highly recommend checking those stories out and leaving your favorite books of the week in the comments section.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
That's your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at BrandonDavisPD because I revealed some awesome Star Wars watches on my story, and you don't see Chris Killian doing that. And by the time you're watching this, you are already too late. Stories only live for 24 hours. If you had a cool watch, you would have caught it. And you have to follow me. For more, head over to Comicbook.com. I'm BD. I'll see you there.